So let's talk about something light, man. How do you balance, like you seem like a pretty cool guy, right?
Sure.
You see, you got your desi, right? You're cultured. You're American. You're pretty American. I think you're more American than some Americans, honestly.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Right?
Yeah.
You know a lot of your history. You're proud of where you were born, the city that you were born. You know the history of that city, right? You can quote facts, right? Sometimes I think you make shit up. Like it just sounds. I'm like, dude, that can't be true.
1814. Look it up.
Do not believe this guy.
1814. Look it up.
Right? Like but you present information in a more like as a matter of fact type of way, right? And when you do mention those facts, so you got that sort of dynamic. You got the Deen game, right? Like you're cultured, you're Pakistani, you're American. You have all these sort of how do you find balance, right? Where did you learn to find balance? I think a lot of for the younger cats battling their identity.
Yeah.
Right. It's just like, yo, am I American? Do I belong in this country? Is this me? Especially now with the culture now, right? It's like, oh, go back to your country.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, this is my country.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm more American than you are.
Right. Right.
So like, how does someone like you, who's been born here, right, and has connections overseas, because you're an immigrant, right? Well, your parents are immigrants. You're not an immigrant.
Yeah.
But you still maintain that cultural connection. How does someone like you balance the Deen, right? The hobbies, right? The Americanness of it all, right? Like, talk to me about that.
How do you balance all that? You don't.
Okay.
You don't balance anything.
But where
So-
okay.
The beauty of America is a merger of the world, right?
Okay.
The only people that are native to this country are the Native Americans, right? They are the only people who have claim to this land historically.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Thousands of years these people have been here.
Yeah.
Their culture, right? Like we always we have this image that Native Americans are just this one big brown group of brown folk or red folk or guys out, some in the plains, some over here. Like we have these like
Don't be using red folk up in this podcast, dog, with the
No,
Redskins.
man,
The Washington football team.
Washington football team. No, man, we're gonna have to be a little racist with this because we have this white imagery in our head of this one singular nation of Native Americans or Indians going coast to coast. They're all the same,
Okay.
right? These guys are European and these guys are not,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So that they're the only ones with the claim to this country. All of us, we come on the legacy of the Europeans that came here before us, right? They decided to make this country and we followed in their footsteps to get here. So when we get here, we bring our Desi culture with us. We bring our Arab culture with us. And
Hispanic culture, any culture.
Whatever culture,
Polish culture.
Asian, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Polish.
Yeah.
You have the Irish. Like everybody brings a piece of home with them.
Yeah.
And now that we have this established country, and we're all bringing little pieces of ourselves with us. But the whole point of this country was to create a home for immigrants. Even the European colonists who came here had a reason to come here, right? They immigrated. Like Maryland was founded.
They're facing oppression, right?
Yeah, some were facing oppression.
Okay.
But and then they came here and they
or like
oppressed,
persecution,
and then they came here and impressed millions of Native Americans, and
African Americans,
right? But Maryland was founded by Catholics, right? They needed a sanctuary for Catholics because Catholics couldn't live in England anymore.
Okay.
Right, the English state kingdom was becoming Protestant, so the Catholics needed a safe haven. The flag of the state of Maryland.
This guy is an encyclopedia, ladies and gentlemen. All right, go ahead.
So the flag of the state of Maryland is a very Catholic flag. It has Catholic roots in it. And so when you talk about balance, you have to think back to why are we here? We're not here to be Pakistani. We're not here to be Irish. We're here to be American. And what this tethered quilt of different cultures comes together, it creates food, it creates languages.
Yeah.
Right? It's creating culture. You have Pakistani rappers, right? Inspired by Eminem. You've got Korean Mexican fusion going on, right?
Yeah.
That's not a balance. That's just accepting all the different parts of you and being American, right?
So the identity of America or American is just a hodgepodge of identities?
Yeah, that's all we are. So when we singularly as a person come, like my parents are immigrants, right? I grew up Pakistani, I grew up American too, grew up like a Baltimorean. I can't make those identities separate, right? I have to make sure that I just accept all of them and let them bleed into whatever direction they need to go.
Okay. Right? So you own it.
Yeah.
You accept it.
You are who you are. And I'll give you an example. Right before this interview started, a coworker texted me.
Yeah.
I have this group chat where we discuss barbecue at work.
Yeah.
And he says, he sends me a picture of a bottle of whiskey.
Okay.
And because I don't drink.
Astaghfirullah.
I know, astaghfirullah, man. Astaghfirullah. I'll get to that part, actually, the Toba part.
Yeah.
And so I discuss barbecue and they discuss scotch. Right. They love their scotch and whiskey.
Well, we got to talk about Halanels too, how that.
Oh, yeah. And it's connected to this fact. So they send a picture of a bottle of Lagavulin, which, if you don't know, is a very high-end Scottish scotch.
Dude, you're a Muslim. How the hell do you know all this history of scotch, huh?
I like Scotland. Scotland's a cool place.
Oh, right.
Favorite country. So the bottle is the Ron Swanson edition.
Yeah.
Because in the show, Ron Swanson loves Lagavulin.
Okay.
So he goes to Scotland, and then in real life, the company makes a Ron Swanson edition of that liquor.
Oh, interesting.
And I love Parks and Rec, so they sent a picture of it. They're like, look, the Ron Swanson edition. It's really rare.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that'd be so cool to have, but it's not.
It's not cool. I can't have it.
I can't. I wish it'd be cool to own, but I can't have that. It's haram.
Yeah.
But I didn't use the word haram. And my coworker was like, here, I'll make a deal with you. You send it to me.
Yeah.
I will drink it. I will empty the bottle of all the haram.
Yeah.
And then I'll send you the bottle back. And I was just like, how did this guy know the word haram?
Yeah.
Like, who taught you that word? That's our word.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
At least he knows that, right?
Yeah, they know that I'm not going to drink. I work at a place that liquor does flow freely.
Yeah,
and I don't drink, so they joke about it, right? I'm like the company's DD. For all you halalis, I mean, designated driver.
Yeah.
But I was just like, he was like, yeah, since everything inside is haram, we'll take care of that for you. Then we'll let you have the cool Ron Swanson bottle after. And I was like, I haven't replied yet. I was like, man, this is awesome.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I like the fact that, a lot of folks who know other cultures. Yeah. Right? And it's just,
it's awesome.
And honestly, I love it. It is awesome. But when you look at it in a different light, I kind of feel some sort of way that I'm surprised when they are, when they know it. Right?
Yeah. Like, it catches you off guard. Like, I didn't expect him to show me a picture of liquor.
But I think that's messed up.
And then say haram. And I'm like, whoa.
Like, maybe that person is like, dude, why the hell are you surprised?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to give off that sort of vibe that, oh, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
And that, oh, you actually know that? Right? Yeah. So I don't know, man. But it is pleasant.
Yeah.
That other folks.
Creeping Sharia, baby.
Creeping Sharia. Vis-a-vis Halanels.
Yeah. That is why we started Halanels, Creeping Sharia. That's actually our secret ingredient. Sharia law.
Hey, is Halanels halal?
Oh, it depends on who you ask. It is in the name.
Yeah.
But if you ask our cousins, Har and Ami, they might give you a different answer.
I think it's amusing when people ask you if it's halal.
Non-Muslims, every time, Hal and Al's barbecue.
Yeah.
Halal barbecue. That's awesome. Muslims, is anything halal?
Is it hand slaughtered, bro?
Yeah. Like, oh my God, don't get me started on hand slaughtered. Damn, man, don't get me started on that. But no, yeah, no one can see the pun in it. No one sees Hal and Al's halal barbecue. But the non-Muslims, they get it right off the bat. It's like clicks. They don't even see the and.
Yeah.
Like, either you guys are really clever,
yeah,
or you're all dyslexic and you don't see the and sign.
Yeah.
Like, well, it's one of the two, but regardless, you get the name. I love it.
Yeah. so there's an art to barbecue too, right? I know we touched on barbecue before, but it's like the smoke, because I like the heavy smoky flavor, right? But you like, again, you have that exquisite palate, right? You're just like,
yeah,
it needs a little bit more paprika. I'm like, dude, how the hell do you know what paprika like is gonna affect this?
Yeah,
you know. So, like,
there's an art to it. You're right. Yeah. Some people like to say cooking is a science, but it isn't, because a science is very meticulous and even-minded. You have a set of rules and you follow them and you get the same result over and over and over again. You're not going to get that with barbecue. There's no every brisket's the same, so you follow the same set of rules. Yeah,
all the desi uncles know how to do barbecue.
Yeah, exactly. You know them with their like jali chapli kebab burgers that they think is Fourth of July, which could be the tapestry of America that I was mentioning earlier. But they're just terrible. They're not very good cooks.
So tell the kids about what true barbecue is. What's true barbecue? Is it me with a little grill in the park and grilling? So I'm like, hey guys, we're gonna have a barbecue.
This is a interview exclusive that I've been working on. I've been working on a book.
Okay.
It's called The Fiqh of Barbecue.
The Fiqh of Barbecue. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
First mention.
Yeah.
And one of the things that
it's trademarked. It's copyrighted. Don't try to take that shit, people.
Yeah, seriously. You know who I'm referring to.
Yeah.
Don't take it.
Ooh, he's got that Amrish booty eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. So barbecue is quintessential to civilization, right? What true barbecue is what it is to you. It doesn't have to be my point of view where I do pellet barbecue or charcoal barbecue. You know, the next guy, personally, I don't think that somebody who makes food on a gas grill is really making barbecue, because what's the difference between that and your chula in the kitchen already? You're just doing it outside. But that's my opinion. The point of barbecue is to cook it over a fire. Your source of fire can define who you are within the barbecue community.
Okay.
But the reason we cook over fire, and the reason why you go anywhere in America and they love barbecue, right? Barbecue is what you do on a Saturday. That is what you do on 4th of July.
Yeah. Memorial Day, picnic.
In Pakistan, evening comes, they got the coal going, they got barbecue. You go to South Africa, barbecue is such a big part of South African culture, right?
I'm hungry now.
Way bigger than American in some ways.
You brought a brisket too, right? For the show?
Yeah, I did. Right. Brisket. Barbecue is what makes human civilization, because there was a time where the children of Adam spread, right? They went in different directions.
I like how you're tying in Dean to this.
Oh yeah, it's the fiqh of barbecue.